Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We are going to be taking a look at the ICP Internet Computer price chart one more time. And really, I just want to begin here by showing you what the story of crypto has really always been like. And if you don't understand this simple dynamic, probably you are not going to be a survivor in this market, right? So what you are seeing on the screen here is the chart of Nosana. And just as I was mentioning, this is really the whole story of crypto that is just being explained by this simple chart. What do I mean by that? Take a look at this. When this whole thing launched, obviously it flew maybe something like what? This is something like 15x. This happened actually maybe in 1 or 2 days. All right, no big deal. But take a look at what eventually happens by there, right? From the peak that it made, it literally took, okay, let's go ahead and actually measure the time it actually took as well. And from the top here to finally reach like the bottom of the chart, it literally took something like 42 days or something like that. And this was brutal, obviously, because that was something like a 98% drop or something like that. And whatever you would have bought this whole thing, even if you bought like this part here saying that this is the ultimate bottom, still from that area there, you would have actually managed to lose something like 67 or 70%. But this is just the beginning of the story. What eventually happened after you hit your bottom, we saw Nosana rising up something like more than 700x. So the whole thing crashed 98%. Like this right there, you can see that nice and easy, right? But then again, the rise was more than something like 700. This is the story of crypto. Now, why am I even bringing this chart up right there? The thing is, it really looks like what the ICP chart has been doing for some time. And secondly, I think that there is a lesson that we can learn from there, right? Not only this chart, but if you just go across the market, you are going to see setups like these ones right there. But what I want to do right now is I want to get back into ICP and show you exactly the kind of things that I anticipate here for ICP to do, obviously long term as well as short term as well. So we are taking a look at where the ICP price chart began right there, obviously, where it just managed to crash something like, again, that 99% point something. Obviously it's okay, no big deal, no big difference. But what am I expecting here is the next question. And do I actually believe that ICP can go and do something like a 700x, maybe not a 700x for ICP because it's a much bigger market cap, obviously, but I still expect great things to happen for ICP here. I've always said time and again, I expect ICP to go as high as something like $220 for this bull cycle. And to be honest with you, that can actually be an underestimation because I'm looking at the ecosystem here of ICP and looking at what the whole thing is doing. I mean, look at this. This is a very good lineup, right? The project is involved in almost every single narrative that we find in this market. If you talk about AI, you will see that ICP is trying to position itself in that regard. Talk about the metaverse. Obviously, there are things that have been developed on ICP, fully on chain and actually functioning. While they talk about gaming, we have that, what DeFi, everything that you want. And this is really one of the reasons why I believe that ICP is going to be one of the best blockchains, if not the best blockchain actually. So yeah, we may have crashed big time right there. The price action may be boring, but I think that we have seen charts like this before, and really most of the times they really come out as surprises. And obviously, yes, ICP is still lacking things like maybe network effect or maybe name recognition, something like that. But what I've also learned is that you need to give projects time, right? Who would have imagined that Nosana, after 650 days of accumulation, not even accumulation, right? Like continuous downtrend, right? Like brutal price action. Who would have thought that this whole thing was the thing that was gonna come up with something like a 700x? 700x, guys. We are not talking about 100x. We're talking about 700x. That's really, really insane, right? So first of all, ICP is looking like that chart just from a daily time frame perspective. Let me just go ahead and try to compare that if I can find the chart nice and easy. Bear with me a little bit here as I pull that. Okay, so we have got okay, so this is ICP here on top. Let's just go ahead and pull out what was that? That was Nosana, right? So let's quickly take a look at that. By the way, I'm just using the example of Nosana because it's one that is easy for me just to recall, but there are a plethora of examples that you could have actually used right there. So this chart is not really giving us the full thing that we want. Let's try here Gate.io, and yeah, take a look at this. This is ICP on top right there, and this is Nosana down here. Take a look at this downtrend. This is, we have seen this before, obviously, with Nosana. But what do I expect right there? I obviously don't expect something like a 700x from ICP because I've mentioned already that it is a bigger market cap. But take a look at this. I mean, this is really insane, right? ICP has hit its bottom. I don't see us going back there anymore. I just expect upward price action right there. I expect something like $200, and I think that with this kind of a trajectory that we are having here, we can even do much more than that. But I've already set up my goals, and I think that you know, this something like this is coming obviously for ICP. Maybe not as aggressive, but it's not difficult for me to imagine this chart rising like very crazy, right? So I think by now we've already established that ICP is bullish no matter what is happening immediate short term. So I may not have a very clear read on what is happening short term here for ICP, but long term I'm as bullish as ever. I don't think that I'm gonna be, you know, kind of persuaded either. Otherwise, like the price is gonna just drop, and we're not gonna see a bull cycle here for ICP. I just don't think so. I think that we're looking pretty good. I mean, I've seen people talking about this potential. What was that potential? Head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, but my experience with these kind of things, right? I mean, they'll be saying this is maybe one shoulder, this is the head, and then another one. Here we'll be looking for something like a price drop here measured from the head, which is something like 44%, and then from the point of breakdown here, right around something like again $10.50 here, breaking close below there, you're falling all the way back down to something like $5.50. I don't think it's very likely. Should it happen, I don't know, there will be like way much bigger problems in this market. We'll see, but I just don't think it's something that is likely at this point. But obviously remember, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, alright? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I would have to see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves.